Hey there, ladies. If you're over 70, it's time to stop tolerating things that don't serve you anymore. In this video, I'm sharing 10 things you shouldn't be putting up with any longer. And number 4 will definitely get you thinking. Stick around, like this video if you agree, and let me know in the comments what you're done putting up with. And don't forget to subscribe for more empowering tips. 1. Neglecting your own needs. For many women, especially those who spent years nurturing family and others, it's easy to push their own needs aside. You might have been the one who made sure everyone else was taken care of while you quietly let your own needs fall to the back burner. But if there's one thing I've learned over the years, it's that you can't pour from an empty cup. Now more than ever, you need to be intentional about caring for yourself. This isn't just about physical health, though that's certainly important. It's about tending to your emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being too. Whether it's taking the time to read a good book, enjoying a peaceful cup of tea without being interrupted, or getting outside for a little fresh air, these moments are essential to living a fulfilled life. One of the simplest but most effective acts of self-care is scheduling regular checkups. Don't wait for symptoms to worsen. Regular doctor visits, preventative screenings, and keeping up with your medication can make all the difference in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Remember, your well-being shouldn't be a secondary thought. It's a top priority. Taking care of your mental health is just as vital. This could mean seeing a counselor, practicing mindfulness, or joining a support group with other women who can relate to your life stage. As we age, we sometimes feel a sense of loss, be it of loved ones, independence, or purpose. The best way to deal with those feelings is not to keep them to yourself, but to seek support and share your journey with others. Self-care is the foundation of your strength. So remember, you are allowed to take time for yourself without feeling guilty. Feeling obligated to attend every event. When we reach our 70s, many of us find ourselves invited to all kinds of events: birthdays, reunions, family gatherings, and community events. While it's wonderful to be included, there's something we don't talk enough about: the power of saying no. For years, many of us have attended every event we were invited to out of a sense of obligation or duty. We didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, so we showed up, often at the expense of our own energy or peace of mind. But here's the truth. At this stage in life, it's time to stop overextending ourselves for the sake of appearances. You've already given so much of yourself to others. The children's birthdays, the extended family dinners, the neighborhood BBQs, it all adds up, and frankly, it can be draining. Attending every event may have been a way of connecting with others, but at this stage, you are absolutely entitled to choose the ones that truly matter to you. Instead of going to every invitation out of a feeling of obligation, start being more selective. If a gathering excites you, if it brings you joy, then by all means go. But if the event doesn't resonate with you, or if the thought of going makes you exhausted or anxious, simply say no. And don't feel bad about it. Respecting your own time and energy is essential for a balanced life. There's nothing wrong with choosing peace and tranquility over social obligations. In fact, the more you respect your own needs, the more you will find joy in the events that do matter. Just remember, by saying no to the things that don't fuel you, you're saying yes to the things that do. 3. Putting up with toxic people. Here's a tough one. Toxic people can be hard to let go of, especially when they've been part of your life for years. But as we get older, we have less patience for drama, negativity, and unhealthy relationships. It's exhausting dealing with people who drain you rather than uplift you. So why do we put up with them? Maybe it's because we've known them for a long time. Perhaps they're family members, close friends, or longtime colleagues, and we feel like we owe them something. Let me tell you, you don't owe them anything. The truth is, you have the right to surround yourself only with people who lift you up, who support you, and who bring positivity into your life. Toxic people can include those who are constantly complaining, putting you down, causing unnecessary drama, or manipulating you into doing things for them. Maybe it's the friend who always wants to talk about their problems but never listens. When you need someone, or a family member who takes advantage of your kindness, it's time to let them go. Cutting ties with toxic people doesn't mean you have to make a big, dramatic exit. It can be a quiet but powerful act of self-care. Set boundaries. Maybe you reduce contact with them or gradually stop answering their calls. And don't feel the need to explain yourself. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your peace. Yes, it may be difficult at first, especially if these people have been in your life for a long time. But letting go of toxic relationships is freeing. The fewer negative people in your life, the more space there is for healthy, positive relationships to flourish. You deserve to be surrounded by people who respect you and treat you with kindness. Let them go and make room for those who truly value your time and energy. 4. Sticking to outdated beauty standards. Oh, how the world has tried to define beauty for us over the years, hasn't it? From the glossy magazines of our youth to the ever-present media influence today, there's been an unspoken rule about how women should look, especially as we age. Well, I say it's time to toss those outdated beauty standards out the window. Let's face it, age brings wisdom, grace, and character. So why are we so obsessed with fighting every sign of aging? Why dye our hair to cover up the silver strands that tell the story of a life lived fully, or undergo treatments that cause us more stress than benefit? As women over 70, we've earned every single wrinkle, laugh line, and gray hair. There's no need to try to look younger. What's more important is looking and feeling like yourself. Embrace your natural beauty. Own the changes in your body and face as badges of honor that represent your strength and experience. Want to wear your silver hair proudly or don a more comfortable outfit instead of the latest trends? Then, do it. You don't need to chase an impossible younger version of yourself, and you shouldn't let society dictate what beautiful should look like at any age. Let's not forget that real beauty is about being comfortable in your skin, not pretending to be someone you're not. When we stop striving to meet someone else's idea of beauty and focus on authenticity, we radiate confidence and joy that is truly stunning. It's time to celebrate the beauty of getting older and the freedom it brings. Settling for low expectations. Women over 70, we often forget just how much power we still hold. Somewhere along the way, many of us learn to shrink our dreams, minimize our needs, or accept less than we deserve because we think that at this stage of life, we should just settle. Well, it's time to retire that mindset. You deserve to live life on your terms, no matter what stage you're in. First of all, don't settle for unhealthy or unfulfilling relationships. If you're in a friendship or a family dynamic where you're always giving and never receiving, it's time to reevaluate. Set boundaries, have open conversations, and make it clear that you expect respect, love, and mutual care. Don't accept behavior that devalues you simply because that's how things have always been. You have the right to demand respect. Second, stop accepting less than what you want from life in general, whether it's taking on tasks that overwhelm you, working in a job that drains your spirit, or staying in a routine that doesn't serve you. There's never a better time to change things than now. Want to start a new hobby? Go for it. Travel to that destination you've always dreamed of? Book the ticket. Just because society might tell you your time is past doesn't mean you can't have dreams, aspirations, and the drive to achieve them. Living with low expectations makes the second half of your life feel like a dull routine, but you can spark excitement and purpose by expecting more for yourself. Whether that means setting new goals, learning something new, or simply allowing yourself to ask for what you need, don't hold yourself back. Age is not a limitation. It's a gateway to living with more intention, confidence, and passion. 7. Living in the past. It's natural for women over 70 to look back on the past, whether it's reminiscing about their younger years, looking back on the experiences that shaped them, or remembering the loved ones they've lost. But if we aren't careful, we can get stuck living in that past, either wishing things were like they once were or allowing those memories to hold us back from the joy and opportunities that exist now. Here's the thing. The past is beautiful, but it's behind us. And while memories are precious, they don't have to control your present or future. Continuing to long for what was, whether it's a past relationship, career, or way of life, can keep you stuck. That precious time you have now is for living, fully in the present moment. Yes, it's important to honor your past and carry the lessons it has taught you. But now's the time to embrace the opportunities that come with this new chapter of your life. Whether that's discovering a new hobby, connecting with people, or pursuing adventures you never imagined, don't hold back. Time is short, and as we age, we realize just how important it is to make each moment count. Live in the present. Look around you and ask yourself what goals, dreams, and desires can be pursued today, no matter your age. The past has shaped you, but it doesn't have to define you. You get to decide who you are now and who you want to be moving forward. Overcommitting your time and energy, it's easy to do. I get it. We've all been there. As women, we're often conditioned to feel like we need to be everything to everyone: mothers, daughters, friends, caregivers, and more. And as we age, there's a part of us that can still feel the urge to help, to be needed, to fulfill those roles. But at some point, you've earned the right to say no when your energy is running low. At this stage in life, we sometimes forget that we're allowed to preserve our energy for the things and people that matter most. Whether it's constantly hosting family gatherings, offering advice on every situation, or simply saying yes to every favor asked of us, we tend to overcommit ourselves without taking stock of whether it's something we truly want or need to do. And let's be honest, overcommitting isn't just tiring. It also takes a toll on our health and happiness. It's okay to set limits on how much of your time and energy you're willing to give away. Say no to extra responsibilities that drain you, and say yes to things that bring you peace and joy. You've done your fair share, and now it's time to embrace the concept of balance. Your energy and time are precious, and you're entitled to focus on the activities, people, and self-care that make you feel alive. So the next time you feel like you're stretching yourself too thin, whether it's for family, work, or a commitment you don't feel strongly about, give yourself permission to step back. You have every right to say no, or not this time, and to keep your energy for the things that truly align with your needs and desires. 9. Avoiding the conversations that matter. As we age, we often get caught up in the day-to-day routine or become reluctant to bring up tough topics, especially when it comes to our health, finances, or end-of-life matters. However, avoiding these important conversations can leave us unprepared for challenges down the line. It's easy to brush things under the rug, assuming that they'll be dealt with eventually. But the reality is, having these conversations now can save a lot of stress and confusion later. Let's start with healthcare decisions. It's essential to communicate your wishes to your family members, caregivers, or doctors about the care you want, especially if you want to avoid any unnecessary treatments or want to ensure you're treated the way you envision. Advanced care planning might feel uncomfortable, but it provides peace of mind and keeps your loved ones from having to make difficult decisions for you without knowing what you want. The same goes for finances. We often avoid talking about money, especially with children or loved ones, out of fear, embarrassment, or simply not wanting to deal with the intricacies. But the sooner we have clear conversations about financial plans, investments, retirement savings, and even our wishes when we pass on, the less anxiety you and your loved ones will face. Let your children or trusted individuals know where things stand and where to find your financial documents. Communication around finances empowers you to maintain control over your future. Additionally, it's worth considering talking to your loved ones about your desires and preferences for socializing, living arrangements, and activities, especially as your needs change. These open conversations can ease tensions and strengthen relationships as they provide understanding and direction as family members might need to step in. Talking about health, finances, or future needs may feel like heavy topics, but it's a form of self-care and empowerment. Don't let these conversations slip away. Take the lead so you have the peace of mind that your wishes will be respected and your legacy will be clear. 10. Compromising your happiness to avoid conflict. As women, we are often taught to be peacekeepers, to maintain harmony at all costs, even if it means sacrificing our own happiness. Over the years, we've learned to say yes when we meant no, to pretend everything is fine when it's not, and to avoid uncomfortable confrontations. But here's the truth. It's time to stop compromising your happiness just to keep the peace. As we get older, we realize just how precious our time and well-being are. No longer should we put our true feelings aside for the sake of avoiding conflict. You've spent a lifetime nurturing relationships, being there for others, and making compromises. Now it's your turn to put yourself first. And that doesn't mean being rude or selfish. It means recognizing your own needs and advocating for them. Standing up for yourself doesn't have to lead to dramatic blow-ups or hurt feelings. It simply means that you don't have to agree to everything, pretend to be happy when you're not, or accept treatment that leaves you feeling diminished. Healthy conflict is a part of life, and the important people around you should be able to handle a little honesty. Whether it's expressing your needs to a family member, communicating with friends about boundaries, or asserting yourself in a social or professional situation, your happiness is just as important as anyone else's. And don't forget, discomfort and disagreement are part of healthy relationships. The more you hold back your truth, the more resentment builds up, and the less fulfilling your connections will be. Allowing yourself the freedom to express your desires, needs, and preferences leads to more honest and genuine relationships where you aren't always playing a role to keep others happy. You've earned the right to speak up, and it doesn't need to be done in an angry or confrontational way. It just needs to be done with confidence and a deep understanding that you're worthy of respect and consideration. When you stop compromising your happiness for the sake of others, you will find a deeper peace within yourself, and the relationships you hold dear will be strengthened, not weakened, by your authenticity. So go ahead and take back your time, your joy, and your peace of mind. And hey, if you loved this video, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiration. Also, sign up for my newsletter if you want even more tips and stories on how to live your best, fullest life. Remember, no more excuses, ladies. It's time to live unapologetically. See you in the next one.